Welcome back, guys. Moms Take 5.
Yes.
Episode 54. All right, guys, follow us on Instagram and YouTube. Subscribe. And if you need to get in touch with us, Instagram is the best way. Just send us a message. And I think that's it. Let's get into some updates.
Yeah, if we hit 1,000 on YouTube,
Oh, yeah, we're going to make a music video.
we're going to make a music video.
Sure.
That's
And you
legit.
guys get to pick the song.
Yeah,
We know a music guy.
we do.
For real.
He's the music guy.
He's the music
I actually
guy.
really would like to do that. So if you guys could help us out,
Yeah, that'd be really
it would
cool.
be
Be a
pretty
good time.
fun.
It would be awesome.
Okay,
Well,
so go create fake
Mhm.
accounts and then subscribe.
There you go. Yeah. If you really love us.
Tell your mom, your grandparents, your aunt and
Yeah.
uncles, all the people.
All us,
Create accounts
yeah.
for your kids, whatever you got to do.
we're counting on you to let us have fun.
That's right.
Can't do
Help
without
these-
you.
Help these 4 moms.
Yes.
This is Ashley,
Molly.
Kim?
and
Tara.
we are 4 best friends who, by fate, moved into the same cul-de-sac. We talk all things mom, wife, and woman. We are Moms Take 5.
Whoa.
Lots of headphones.
That was very nice. Good. You should keep that chatter in. Just mix it up a little. Throw people off like, whoa, this intro.
It's a sexy hair.
It is sexy. It's a sex hair.
It is.
Especially tonight. What did you do to it?
I got my hair done today.
Girl.
I know, professional.
You're looking fire.
I'm going home.
She's so angry. Kim did my hair today, this morning, once.
You don't need to rat her out.
You shouldn't say it.
Oh,
You
okay.
know,
I don't care.
I love it.
I don't see the problem.
I
with
got
it.
home and saw
It
just
actually
two.
looks really good.
I saw just 2 little orangey pieces. I tried to take a picture. You could kind of see in the picture, not really. And she was like, "Well, we'll do it tonight." So then she did. She does stuff. I don't know what she does. I sit there and just relax because it's like the best thing
That's
ever.
so great.
And then she's mad after because it didn't work the way she wanted it to.
Yeah, it just didn't do what I wanted.
She was really angry. I'm great. I feel happy as can be.
It looks super cute right now, too. Like, whatever's. No, leave it. Yeah, leave it. It looks good. It's cute.
She's giving me
I
shit.
really
I
it
kind of
did look
liked
bad.
it.
Huh?
Didn't you?
It was
look
like a
bad.
loop or
No.
something.
Yeah, but it was cute.
Okay.
Okay, well,
feel like-
now you messed it up. Back
Now
to,
I'm just looking like plain
back
Jane
to normal.
Ash.
Plain Jane Ashley
There we
again.
go. Boring.
vanilla.
Vanilla.
So vanilla.
I don't know if I have any updates, guys.
Okay, I do. So we went.
Molly was like,
Oh, okay.
We went to the zoo today for Freya's class. It was so cute.
did
It was
she want
actually
you
fun.
there?
But that is, I know, right? I kind of like acted like I didn't exist a little bit so she could just do her thing.
And snap
But there's a
some
couple
pictures.
times she'd come say hi to me,
Yeah.
you know, so I'll
Yeah.
take it.
Yeah.
Number 1, that is the fastest zoo trip I've ever been on. Like you barely, do you feel like that at the
Yeah,
field trips?
it's quick.
It's like,
How many,
I'm like barely like, oh, look how cute. And they're already gone. I'm like, oh shit, next one.
how many hours were you there?
Let's see. School buses left at 9. So we probably got there at like 9:30, 9:40. And then we were back on the bus by, what time was it? 12:20.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
fast.
So it's fast. So it made sense why we
Yeah.
moved fast because,
Don't
you
have
had
so
to?
much time. Yeah.
yes, but the kids had so much fun.
Were you a helper or did you just go?
I was a helper.
Okay.
I took my 2 littles. It was really cute. But this part cracked me up. So we talked about turtles last week, right?
Yeah. Your
So we went
turtles
and
were
saw-
doing it too, huh?
We went and saw turtles.
Those are horny.
One
suckers.
is huge, right? Like you've probably seen it, the ginormous turtle. And then there's another turtle that is
Was it
also
out on the
big.
grass?
Mm-mm. It wasn't in the grass. It was indoors. I
Oh,
don't know
in
if
the
it's because
stinky
it's not.
reptile house?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, the place is gross.
It is. I can't.
Oh,
go in
so
there.
gross. And it's like muggy in there and it smells
Moist.
very moist.
Stinky.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like moist
Hot.
air.
Moist, stinky.
Humid.
You're right.
Yeah.
Reminds me
Kind
of
of-
something else.
Yeah, I was
Not
gonna say
great.
there's
Yeah.
times where we kind of do that, you know?
Yeah.
So we see this huge turtle, and then this also kind of huge turtle, and then the ginormous turtle all of a sudden turns with the purpose, right?
Oh.
Like he's going. I'm all, oh, what the hell? What's he gonna do?
Who's cruising?
He climbs up on top of the other turtle, and I'm like immediately like all the parents are like, hey kids, let's go to the next one. I already have my phone out recording, and I'm just standing there laughing. I'm gonna share the video. And all of a sudden I hear the turtle. I'm thinking it's going to go.
Shut up.
I'm not lying. I will share the video.
You
You'll
saw it
see
in
it.
real life?
In real life, in real time. And I got it on camera.
That's awesome.
I was thinking it's going to go, right? No, it goes, oh,
It did not.
swear.
Whatever.
I swear.
It's gonna be you on the on the video, not the turtle.
No, but all the kids are gone and Tara's still like,
Seriously, I was laughing my ass off recording the whole thing. And the parents are like, come on, kids, next session. And then it does it again. Oh. Like, I could not believe it was happening. And all the kids are like, look at this turtle climbing on top of it. Like, oh,
Look
it
at him
was
roughhousing.
the
That's
best
funny.
part of the day.
Oh,
But we learned that it was a 50-year-old turtle and it's huge. So maybe when they reach that age, they get their voice gets deeper. You know, they sound manlier in the sack is what I'm thinking.
maybe it's the size of the turtle.
Maybe.
Or
yeah.
that could have something to do with it too, but also with 50 years old. So, I mean.
Sheesh.
That's awesome.
Maybe
In the
it's
meantime, like 3 kids are lost. You're like,
Yeah.
hold on, I gotta get this turtle.
Right.
Yeah. They're just it's
They were
turtle
actually,
mating
all
season.
of them, we had 5 in our group, were right next to me.
So
I think they were
watched
like,
it.
she's enjoying this. I probably need to watch.
The moms.
No, the
Oh.
kids. They had no idea. They were just like, that one's trying to eat. Like they thought it was trying to climb over it to get to the food.
You're like, yeah, that's what it's doing.
Yeah, totally. It's just real hungry for something else, but it was great. So it's go to the zoo and visit the turtles around about 11 o'clock. Go see
same time every day.
Maybe he's got a.
I mean, my husband
Very
would be down. My husband would be down for the same time every day.
Well, it's 11
go.
o'clock.
It is.
He's ready.
That's hilarious. Good turtles.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Speaking of
turtles.
husbands, John and I, 16th anniversary was yesterday.
Yes. Whew.
That's a long
16
time.
years.
is.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I-
Happy anniversary.
Oh, thanks.
I got one of those Facebook like 15 years ago thing,
Yeah.
and it was college.
No.
I was like
15 years ago in
disgusted.
college?
I was like, it was not that long ago,
Right?
It was.
I told him that. I was like, this was all 15 years ago. He's like, that was 15. I was like, no, it's not. I couldn't believe it. I don't know. That was
Did you
like,
feel really old?
yeah,
That
it
hit?
like shocked my system. I was like,
Yeah.
that was not.
Yeah.
Like, that's a long time ago.
That
long
is.
time.
That is a long time ago.
It's
It's kinda
16 years. That's
crazy.
a long time.
I know. Tell me about it. He
Oh.
he was really cute. He told me last week that he put it on the calendar that we had an appointment today at like 3:15. And I didn't know what it was for, didn't know anything about it. I was like, oh, maybe we're going to go get like tattoos or something. And he wouldn't tell me. But then I was doing the budget yesterday and I came across like the payments. And it was made by Mary. So they do permanent jewelry. So we went and got permanent bracelets. Yes. Like these two hooligans have over here. Yeah. So,
I have one too.
Yeah.
I wear it all the time.
yeah. But mine's even fancier because it has a little,
It is
Yeah, it's got a
fancier.
little charm.
a
That's
little
so
charm on
cute.
there. And it has the sign for I love you.
That's adorable.
It's cute. So
That's actually adorable. He
Yeah.
planned that
He
out.
did.
he said
Mhm.
I have
text me
in January.
and asked, yeah, it
In
was a long time
January?
ago. He said,
Wow.
I think I'm going to do permanent jewelry for Ashley on our anniversary. I was like,
Yeah.
oh.
Oh.
So he asked me who did ours.
He told me, he's like,
That's
by the way,
adorable.
I had the idea in January. I texted Molly because they had just gone to their thing, I think, not too long before that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was around then.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of people, I think from his work, went and did it like as couples and stuff for Valentine's Day. And he's like, that's why I didn't do it for Valentine's Day because it was like my one idea I had for our anniversary. And I didn't want to use it for Valentine's Day. So it was really cute.
That
It's
is
fun.
cute.
Did he get an I love you charm too?
No.
Just the bracelet?
Mm-hmm.
That's so adorable.
Yeah. It's cute though.
That is cute.
What other type of permanent jewelry do they do? Necklaces?
Anklets.
Do they do
Anklets.
necklaces?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't offer them when we got them.
Oh,
I
yeah.
did see somebody getting an anklet, but
Yeah.
I didn't see a necklace.
I kind of want an anklet. That'd
Me
be
too.
cute.
Necklaces, it goes
Yes.
like
I just want, like, I looked at Target today because Emmy's been wearing bright neon. They've been bracelets, but she's wearing it on her.
So was Freya.
Yeah, and I'm
Did
like,
she get them from
she
Freya?
must have.
They were the 80s ones that
Yes.
I bought. Yes.
Oh.
I was like,
Yes.
that's adorable. So I was
Right?
looking for bright colored anklets. My daughter's setting trends for me. I want to be
Totally.
I just want to be my 7-year-old.
Right?
Yeah.
That's Frey's been doing it. I'm sure they like started it together, and I thought the same thing.
Right?
Like it took me back. I'm like, I used to wear anklets all the time, ankle bracelets, and I'm like, that looks so cute.
I could barely get those bracelets on my wrist. I don't know how they got them over there.
I don't either.
I know.
Are they
Because they're
hard?
tiny.
The hard ones?
Kind of.
Yeah, like the
They'll
plasticky
pull,
kinda
but they might break.
Slightly pull, but
slightly
yeah.
pull. They're not super stretchy.
Emmy is going to be me. She wanted to look through shoes the other day
Oh,
on my phone. So we like shoe shopped, of course, window shopping. She picked out bright, like tealish blazer, Nike blazers, high tops with a pink swoosh. And I was like,
So cute.
you are my child. And she's
That
like
is
dead set on them.
adorable.
They're $80. I was like, we could do them for your birthday, but that's like all you're getting is a pair of shoes. She's like, that's fine.
That's
I
what
really
she
want
wants?
them. I was like, okay.
oh, that is cute.
So yeah, I've already created a shoe
A
monster.
Did she
very cute.
customize them on Nike?
No,
Or
she just found them. We were just scrolling. It wasn't even Nike. We were just scrolling Nordstrom. We just had like the girls' shoes up, and
Yes.
she picked those ones.
They're really
That'll
cute.
be so
You are
cute.
my child.
Right? You're like, okay. Can't be mad at your taste because it's
nope.
good. It's really good.
Yes, and then I want to wear her anklets. So yeah, I guess we just
that's
feed
fine.
off of each other.
That is adorable.
Perfect.
One day you'll be able to share.
I know.
That'll be the dream.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
She's
I
tiny.
know. Well, Matthew's and my feet are the same size right now, and I was like, oh, I need to order him a bunch of shoes because he'll grow out of them real fast, and then they can just be mine.
That's me and Noah are
Yeah.
the same
Yeah.
size, and I wear his slides, his Adidas slides, probably more than he does. And I'm always like, oh man, we could share shoes, but there's no way I'm letting you wear any of my
Your
shoes.
Nikes.
No.
The
Don't
way
let
you
him wear
treat-
any of it.
No.
Just
Mhm.
buy like a couple pair. And if he's growing fast like Matthew is, he won't wear them for very long.
That's true.
You get him some teal pink. You're
Yeah.
like, weird.
Yeah.
I
Probably
swear
wear
I
him, though.
ordered.
He loves
Yeah.
bright pink. Bright pink's like his favorite color.
Matthew
That
got
would be
green
awesome.
and pink braces, like the colors on his braces when he first
Good.
time he got them on.
Pink's
Watermelon.
When I took the boys to get new shoes. And buying stuff for boys.
It's so
just
much harder.
sucks.
I know.
Yes.
So
Like we went to Journeys and there's one little section of the whole store. And he did pick out these, they were gray and then the bottom was teal. Then it went into pink and purple.
Cool.
And he was like, I mean, they looked a little girly, but he was like, Mom, I love these. So I was like, can you try these on? And they didn't have his size. And then the next ones he wanted were the full glitter
Gold glitter
gold
Vans,
Vans.
right?
He was like, Mom, I like these too. And they didn't have his size. And then we ended up getting him shoes somewhere else. But I was like, man, you have two choices.
I
yeah.
know.
And
It's
it's still not
terrible.
in his size. Is that what you're saying? Both choices?
Yeah. But I
Well-
liked that he picked out shoes that he liked
Yeah.
that weren't
Yes.
necessarily the
Cute.
boy shoes.
I
Yeah.
love that.
And I was going to let him, if they would have had his size, I would have let him buy them.
Oh, Noah has
Absolutely.
pink softball shoes for his baseball
Those are so
cleats.
cute.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I kept asking at Shills, I was like, is there any difference between softball and baseball? She's like, no. Just
Yeah.
that. I was like, okay. So yeah, he's got bright pink shoes,
Awesome.
bright pink bag.
That's awesome.
He's got bright pink cleats for soccer. He loves it.
I love it.
Can they not wear the same cleats for soccer and baseball?
I don't know, probably.
I don't either, actually.
But I bought him separate ones. That's another thing with boys, though, too, because Noah's always like, why do the girls have so many shoes? There's so many more options of, like, cheaper shoes for girls.
It's
true.
Like, you can buy all these sandals that are, like,
Not much material.
yeah,
Yeah.
$15. For boys, it's like there's no options like that.
No, like in
Yeah.
even like going into Walmart, there's like 2 aisles of little girl shoes and super cute.
Yeah.
And then there's boys shoes and they're big. They have Batman or a
Yep.
dinosaur.
Yep.
And then they light up or make noises. And then there's one pair of like solid sandals.
Yep.
Like, I
That's-
guess
you're
I'll
right.
buy that one pair.
Because I buy a lot of the girls' shoes at Walmart because
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, these are so cute. And they're like $10.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Where there's nothing like that for the boys.
Right.
I know.
Yeah, it's it's really not fair.
Yes. That's
No.
annoying.
like that with clothes too. I feel like
Yeah.
it's harder to find them,
That's true.
you know?
They have one little section of a store where like girls are just
Oh,
tons
yeah.
and tons and tons.
Well, I noticed it when I birthday shop too for
Yeah.
girls versus boys. Like girls are so easy. There's so many little trinkets, little makeup
Yes.
things and hair pieces and
Yeah.
jewelry and
Same for like stocking stuffers. and
Mhm.
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, boys are hard to shop for.
Are. It's cute. Oh, Rock turned 4. My little guy
Yeah.
turned 4.
So
Oh, it was so fun. So ever since Freya, you know, we started with Freya, we always have decorated like the walkway to the kitchen, like so for the morning of their birthday, right? So they walk out and like, whoa, like this cool themed decoration, right? The kids have loved it. And then we'll usually have their gift on the table. They can open it first thing. So super cute. Just his little face, just, they're always excited. They're just at that age where they're stoked every time and it just melts your heart because I stayed up till like 1:30 decorating. You know what I mean? You think it won't take long. It always does. But this year, Mark and I were like, let's just stay out super late. Like, let's just let the kids every day on their birthday just like be a super special day. And we went bowling and did the arcade, closed the bowling alley down, and the kids thought it was the coolest day. You know, I mean, my kids are night owls, but we, you know, midnight, they're definitely in bed by then and asleep. So we're going to start that little tradition every year with our kids where they get to stay up till midnight.
No,
But it was cute. What?
you can't have that.
ASMR.
I tried, guys. You told me to bring the bowl. I brought the bowl.
Should have kept it down there.
But in the arcade, so Mark and I were laughing because we bought $90 in tokens, right? And you just do gift cards now.
Yeah.
Because arcade money, it goes so fast.
So fast.
So fast. So we're like, it's his birthday. We're making it extra cool and special. They play. You want to guess what game they played the most?
Skee ball.
It's like a very classic.
The coin drop.
You're close.
Oh,
Kate, you know the the claw where there's a damn stuffy.
Oh, yes.
Oh my word. Dude, I bought $90 stuffies. 2 teeny little
Did they
$90
actually win
stuffies.
something? That's impressive.
So Frey was the first. It was so cute. She got it and she goes, I'm going to give it to Rock for his birthday. And it was so sweet.
Oh.
And then Rock was like, oh, thanks, Frey. And then Rock got a Mario. And this is after we've tried 10 times each. Like easy. Drained probably almost 2 gift cards. Like I was like, what in the world? And then Freya was sad because Rock gave his to Zeta. And then he kept his little Mario that he got. So then Freya wanted a stuffy of her own. We couldn't get it. We could not get her stuffy. Those claw machines are rigged, man.
Yeah, they
Should
are.
have just stopped at Target.
Exactly.
I know, but you know, they're like, it's the whole experience.
Yeah.
Market are like, cool, like very expensive stuffed animals. But we used the rest of the gift card playing a game, and Frey and I like kicked some trash. It was a shooting game, and we won a ton of tickets. And so she got a bow and arrow from the ticket store. That was probably $5, and we paid about 90.
I get stuck at the coin drop.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to get
And
it to push the coins.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The kids will be like, okay, can we go play somewhere? I was like, nope, we don't have any more on our card. Swipe.
I feel like we did
Swipe.
that at Dave and Buster's when we went.
Me?
Didn't we do that?
No, probably.
Didn't we? I think we all got stuck there.
I love those things. And I usually have good luck. That's why I always, the cards, like
Yeah.
trying to get, sucks me in every time.
I like the one where the ball drops and you can hit it fast.
Oh.
Oh.
And then when it, I think something spins around, maybe buckets.
It's not the
Oh.
light one, is it?
Where
It
you're
has
dropping,
balls.
you're trying to get the balls into the buckets.
Yeah.
And you're,
Mm.
But you like.
Yep. and the buckets are spinning.
Yeah.
That one is fun.
I love arcades.
I do too.
I grew up at the Nickelcade. Like my dad would
yeah.
always take me and my cousins to the Nickelcade. We would play for hours. Like I love it.
They are fun.
They're
I
so fun.
get why the kids, every
Yeah.
time I go,
Yes.
I'm always like, oh, you don't want to play this game? Okay, all right.
Totally. Oh, you want my help? Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. Like,
Oh, should we all play this one? Like all of us?
right?
Me too? Yeah? Okay.
You sure? Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sorry, honey. Will you hold the baby? The kids want me to play.
The kids are like, Mom, I want to go home. I'm like, no.
Right? We still got gift card left. We're finishing. I always do the shooter games. Like that's where I love the shooter games. Pew, pew, pew. And there's the water dinosaur game. You can win a lot of tickets. We won 500 tickets on that game.
Whoa. go.
There you go.
Oh, so that's what you do.
Which arcade did you go to?
Fat Cats. So I had a great.
Your nails
great
match
week.
your shirt.
They do. I noticed that earlier.
Oh,
It's that middle nail.
fancy.
That's be the one.
My husband planned a group
Mm-hmm.
Mother's Day date that we're going to do this
That
weekend.
no one's supposed to know about.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a surprise, but
Somebody spoiled it.
I'm really good at guessing.
Yeah. Damn
activities.
it. Can you
are.
stop it?
I guess every year my birthday.
You're not going
Mhm.
to guess it this next year. We
And
already
they're
have
the
a
most
plan.
random things. We did a drag show and then we did rock climbing. Like those aren't things I should guess, but
We're gonna do skydiving next.
Don't tell her.
In
No
February.
way. I'm gonna push her out of the. I'm gonna push her out of the plane.
Peace.
but he told me it was something kind of active, and I was like, "Oh, we're playing pickleball," and he's like, "Well, he tried to play it off, and then he's like, yeah, we're playing pickleball." I was like, yeah, I knew it. But he planned this pickleball date, and he's all nervous because there's a lot of people, and he's like nervous that everybody's not gonna have fun.
I didn't get excited enough.
Yeah, Kim didn't have a good reaction, so now
I
he
didn't
thinks.
cheer. Sorry, man.
Let's hear it, Kim. What does your excitement sound like? Come on, Kim.
No, I can't one.
You put her on the spot.
I put me on the spot.
Yes, I'm so excited. I can't
Yay.
wait. I'm gonna go play pickleball.
So I tell Cody, I'm like, am I boring?
Cucumber ball.
Boring.
You're not.
You're not
boring.
boring.
You're just
You're not boring.
you're
You're
soft
just
spoken.
boring.
Yeah.
You're not boring. It's just like
You're not.
you're
Like,
boring.
Your personality is just boring.
No,
It's not.
It's very calm and
Yeah.
it's nice.
calm
just
and
like
collected until
compared
you're
to
not.
like
She's yelling at Jake.
Like compared to this one over here, right?
yeah, bitch. You're real calm.
bitches.
I'm chill. Bitches. It's because I get animated when I talk. I'm very chill.
You're animated now for being so chill.
I'll couch it all day. If I'm going to tell a story, I want to make it like interesting. No, it's just how I tell stories. It's just how it happens.
So yeah, it was really cute. I think it's gonna be fun no matter what.
It will be fun.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be
He's
awesome.
just like nervous,
I'm
and
so
which is
excited.
kind
I
of
can't
cute.
wait.
I know.
Can
Yeah.
say
Good job,
pickleball?
Matt.
Cool.
Too.
I think it's awesome that he's nervous.
I know. Isn't that funny? I keep telling him, I was like,
I know,
you
me
know
too.
this group. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like this is new people. You know, we're all like gonna
Nope.
have fun no matter what.
I'm taking
Yes.
notes. I'm making my final
Yeah, he might be cut.
impression. You know, like my
Mhm.
of Matt
Yeah.
You're what?
He's going to gain
What
or
was that,
lose
Ashley?
ticks on this.
impression, my final opinion, my final
Next.
I'm
What
making
is it
I'm
called?
making pressure ulcers over here.
pressure ball. First.
Honestly, I think it's really cool that he's planned this.
I think so too.
And I think
Same.
I'm actually really excited to play pickleball and just
Same.
for all of us to hang
That's what I
out.
told. I was like, we had fun rock climbing.
Yeah.
Like we will
Yes.
have fun
Yes.
doing whatever.
And I feel like our big
Like,
group
it's super
date is way
thoughtful, too.
overdated. Overdue.
It is. Yeah, when's the last time we went out?
Top
Top Gun.
Top Gun.
That was almost
What?
a year ago. Like June. It'll be a year.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been a long time.
Yeah, we can't make it that long.
No.
No.
It's hard for.
Babysitters.
Yeah.
Uh-huh, it's true.
We switched it. What? How many times? 3 times.
Yeah.
I asked the babysitter about Saturday, and then I asked her about Friday, and then I asked her again about Saturday. And then today I saw her, and she's like, "So what time?" I was like, "Ooh, I'll let you know."
Right?
Oh, I need to tell my sister to come earlier.
What time
Have
are
you,
we
have you
going?
not locked her in yet?
4:30.
Okay.
Oh, we're going at 4:30? Oh, yeah, I need to tell mine to come earlier too.
And also, by the time this is out,
Yes.
we'll have
Well-
celebrated Mother's Day.
yes.
This is true.
So happy Mother's Day!
Happy
I was sitting
Mother's
there
Day.
doing my psych. I was doing a Tabata, and this lady teaching it was like, she's getting on my case. You know, she's like,
She
you need a
was?
word that's gonna like pump you up. And I honestly was just like, I'm a badass mom. And then I just started thinking about it. I was like, we are like legit. Like moms are so awesome. I was thinking about all the load, like
True.
the mental load we have, the household load we have, right now I'm doing the content stuff and
Mhm.
the podcast, and it's just like, holy shit, that's a lot of stuff.
That's a lot of
Without
things.
any like, okay, you go to work from this time to this time. It's like that. We don't get that.
No,
You know what I mean?
you're
We
just
have to like
always working.
try to sneak it in somewhere between being a mom,
Yeah.
you know?
And then that was I was thinking. I was like, I'm doing all that stuff, yet here I am also working out,
Mm-hmm.
trying to better myself too. Like, there's a lot going on. And then I start, I just start thinking everything. I was like, all those single moms, like military wives, moms that like the husbands are working a ton. Like, they're just awesome. Or those moms or those women that want to be moms and
Or like
can't.
grandmas or
know.
aunts or whoever's stepping in to help.
Yeah.
It's
It's
like,
true.
Just women are legit.
Rock stars. I totally agree.
And you can say that about yourself, ladies.
that's right.
Say it out
We're
loud.
all awesome.
I do love that meme that said anything in the next couple of weeks that you buy is considered your
Mother's
Mother's
Day.
Day
gift.
Oh, good.
I like that.
Good.
I went with it.
Yeah, right?
Bought a
Is
few
it-
things.
It's okay.
It's good.
Like if that is that like a year round thing? Like is that
Probably. I think so. I think
you know,
that's
like
what
it could
think
be
so.
Mother's Day.
I
It
mean,
could be birthday.
You
it
have
could be-
Mother's Day in May and August, your birthday. So I feel like,
Right?
6 months from Mother's Day, 6 days. And there's Christmas
And
and,
then there's
stuff
Christmas
in there.
in
Like, you're
there,
totally
and
fine.
like
Easter and
Valentine's Day, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
Valentine's,
Anniversary.
Yes,
Yeah.
anniversary. Like
the 4th of July. and
There's
all kinds of
always
stuff in
right.
there.
Like I can't leave myself out.
No.
Self care is important. And
Right.
I was talking to my brother today. He called me, and he's like, "Man, you're rubbing off on Kira." I'm all, "What?" He goes, "She hears all about your self care, and she comes home. She's got 2 massages booked. She's got a pedicure booked." And he was laughing because he's super supportive about that stuff. I'm all, good for her. Well, I'm proud of her. You go, girl. And he's like, "What is it though, really?" And I'm like, "Honestly, dude, when you enter momhood, you do kind of lose a piece of yourself. You gain a new sense of yourself too, but you start to just feel lost in the mix and you crave that individuality again." And I said, these little self-care things I do for myself, like Botox, I do get my toes and my nails done. Like just those little things, it just gives me a piece of like independence and feel good. And it makes a big difference on my mental health.
Yeah.
And
Look
he
at
was
that
like, that
segue.
makes so much
I
sense.
know.
You
I
like
like
that?
Segue.
Getting right in there.
Good job.
I got you.
You're welcome.
That was
Oh, that was
lovely.
me.
It was. Don't
It wasn't you,
steal the
honey.
credit.
It's okay.
it was.
You,
Don't
I mean,
steal
you
the
warmed
credit.
it up. Yeah, it was me.
Can I see your phone?
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to be talking about mental health. Is that all the updates we have?
I think so.
I mean, I have
Yeah.
0.
I mean, I can tell about the turtles again. If
She's just going to show the video.
But I don't think it has to always be a super serious, hard to talk about topic because it's very important.
mm-hmm.
It needs to be talked about more. But my sister sent me this on Instagram. And this is what got my wheels a moving. It's called the mental load. It's kind of long. Hang with me.
Okay.
The mental load is one of the hardest things about motherhood because it's invisible, because it's expected and necessary, because it's silent on the outside and sirens on the inside. It's like constant project management, sometimes menial, largely monotonous, often heavy, mostly hidden, sorting, arranging, organizing, balancing, planning, preparing, anticipating, remembering. It's like having 200 tabs open in your brain at any given time, and switching off might mean losing them all. It's like watching a movie play out in front of you with someone talking the whole way through. Sometimes we just want someone else to make the list, make the decisions, know what comes next. It's not the doing that's exhausting, it's the thinking of everything. It might be invisible, but it leaves visible cracks. It leaves no room. I don't know why I'm getting out of breath. Jeez. It leaves no room for us to be in the moment. It leaves no room for ourselves. And I thought that was the perfect, like that's motherhood
Yeah.
So
to
true.
a T.
Mm-hmm.
Just how so much of it is unseen, but so much of it is in your head.
Oh, yeah.
Just how you have a billion things going on. And we've talked about how so much of it is invisible. You don't see the sorting of the clothes, the buying of the groceries, the like all of that stuff. And then the remembering.
Yeah.
So much remembering.
So much.
It's totally the mental load.
Yeah.
And I think we've mentioned this in past episodes, but it's like I'll wake up feeling so ready to tackle the day. Like, all right, I'm going to get so much done, you know? And then you have these littles all over you, needing you for whatever, even if you think you've taken care of them, like they're fed, they should be happy. No. And then all of a sudden my mental space is like, now I'm overwhelmed because I was like going to knock out these 3 things. And now I've got these little monkeys pulling on me, tugging on me. Mommy, do this, mommy, do that. Right.
Yeah.
That's like the mental hardness for me. Is it's like, okay, yes, I want to hold you so bad, and I'll sit and snuggle with you. But then in the back of my head, I'm thinking, oh my word, I got so much to do still. Like, when am I going to get it done?
Your list, even if you're like trying to take it in the moment, myself, I'm always going through my list. One day I was talking to Cody. I was like, you can put the kids to bed better than I can. Like he always has been when they were infants now. And he's like, it's probably because I just fall asleep with them. And I was like, and there's probably some truth to that. They probably like,
can feel that
like
relaxation.
Me, that I'm like
tense and
okay, they need to go to bed because I need to do this, I need to do this. I have this list going in my head where he's just asleep,
Yeah.
So I thought that was such a good little quote. I will post it.
Yeah.
Yes. It's so true though. It's always like in my head I always feel like I'm forgetting something. So it's just this constant loop of like check, like even if I have it written down, it's like I have to go back and check like whose game is where, what time, like teacher appreciation, what day, where are our appointments, where are our kids right now, what day do I have to pick up Megan, like, and it's some of it's so routine, yet it's still like I always have to be thinking about it. Like I grab her every Monday. Why am I questioning this? But still, like I'll be on Thursday, I'll be like, am I supposed to have Megan today? Like, it's like, no. Yeah. But and that's might be just my brain, but it just always feels like I'm forgetting something. So it's always constantly turning and checking. And like, I can say that somebody has a game, like Noah had a game today at 5:45. But if somebody asks me, even though I've said it multiple times, I'm like, oh crap, I don't know. Yep. Is it 5:45? And I have to go back and check.
Second guess yourself.
Yeah. It's just like, it just doesn't ever stop.
Yes. That was Ashley did my pedicure last night, right? She did my nails, and she's like, how about tomorrow at 7? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, man, why do I feel like there's something tomorrow? I'm like, there's something tomorrow evening. Do I have anything? I was like, I don't think so. Yeah, that'll work. Then I text her midway through the day. I'm all, remember how I was like, I swear I have something? My son has a baseball game. Yeah. My own child has a baseball game. Yeah. Can we reschedule? It's so true. And I've known that for 2 weeks.
And like I said, I could have it written down and still it's just always like this. Yep. I'm forgetting something. Something's today. Something's happening. I need to schedule something. I need to reschedule something. And now with like working and like having...
You are.
Yeah,
there's no
work.
Quotes. Yeah. There's no quotes.
Having stuff, doing stuff. I'm like I'm having these reoccurring dreams that I'm forgetting things. I think it's just the stress of like, and I have like an agent that writes like every Monday will write out things that I need to do that week. So I'm like, I know I don't need to be doing things, but I, in my head, like I said, always forgetting something. It's just nonstop.
It is.
I rely so much on my calendar. I really do. If we get a birthday party invite, I go straight to my calendar, enter it in. I put the address in, I put the time, I put for Ava, it's a pool party, so that I can look back at the notes and be like, hey, remember she needs to be in a swimsuit, we need to take a towel or whatever. Like, just if we had soccer games or whatever, I would put like what field and are we home or away, so we know which side to sit on. Like, just all the things. If it's not in my calendar, there's no way I would remember.
I did all of that.
Smart.
We got our schedules. No, I did all of it. I even put the fields. I put time.
You still
I shared
go back
it.
and check, don't
no,
you?
well, I do.
Okay.
But then with like the spring weather, their schedules got like completely changed. Yeah. And so Matt's like, there's a game in the calendar. I was like, no, it's not
different.
Yeah. Because I was so proud of myself for because I mean, I had 3 different sports I was writing them all out for, and they all changed. I was like, wonderful.
That's frustrating.
Yeah. Then I never went back and changed it. So yeah.
Well, I would still go back to the original email to find the link to all the games to be like, wait, did I write this down right? Because it seems like maybe I could have done it wrong. So I check back. It's like, I wouldn't trust myself from the original entering of the thing, because I just was like, maybe not.
And I feel like even if it's in my calendar, I reference back to my calendar multiple times.
Oh, I do.
And then I've done
Multiple
the same
times a
thing.
day.
I have Tyler's like football schedule printed out. It's written on my like actual calendar, and then I will still go onto the website and check
Check it.
because I'm like, one of these 5 resources must be wrong.
Right? Yeah.
And it's like the small things too that people just don't think about, that you're always thinking about. Like, is there stuff washed for
Yep.
all of their
Uh-huh.
games? Do
Yep.
they have something they need for school the next day that I need to wash, that I need to
Yep.
put out, that I need to get ready?
Yeah.
Like, there's just so much crap that moms
Yeah.
have
I
to
know.
remember.
Yep.
So much.
And that's why I think I'm forgetting something all the time.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in that constant state of like, I feel like I should be doing something. I feel like I should be somewhere, or like I'm always forgetting something.
If I'm sitting
Mm.
down, like enjoying myself for a minute, I am kind of worried.
Yeah. Like you should
Yeah.
be doing something for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get worried.
So every book I
actually.
finish,
that
I'm
bad?
like, well, that was hours of cleaning I should have been doing.
I'm a very fly by the seat of my pants kind of person. I always
You
have
are?
been.
It's what-
Yeah. Did you know that? But I do. I rely a lot on my subconscious. Would that be correct? What would it be? Like for example, there's tonight, where last night I'm like, I swear there's something, and then I figured it out today. Oh yeah, this is my son's baseball game.
I couldn't do that.
I know.
I'd be
I
forgetting
know.
stuff left and right.
I don't know. I mean, I do.
Don't
Yeah,
trust
no, I
myself
don't.
that
I don't
much.
use the calendar at all. I don't. I'm a creature of habit for sure. Like once there's something weekly or at a certain time,
Yeah.
what I will remember. Like I don't forget. Like right.
Does it feel weird though when that thing ends? Like you're forgetting something? When there's no longer, like for me,
Sometimes.
once cheer ends and
Yeah.
like stuff for summer,
Yes.
I'm going to be like, this is weird.
Like, now
I
what?
feel like my kids are supposed to be somewhere. I'm
Yeah.
supposed to be running somewhere. And then if I'm not, I feel like I'm definitely forgetting something.
like what am I doing?
That's
Yeah.
the like kind of the one thing. Well, not one thing. I do love summer because of that. Like I feel like
Yes.
there's
It's
a
a
lot
little
less
more
places.
mindless.
Yep,
Yeah.
lot less places to be. I mean, your kids are constantly there, so
Yeah.
that's another story. But
work.
you're not forgetting something all the time,
Right. You have
Guys-
to worry about getting them ready for school. Or like,
Yeah. Yeah.
oh, it's Spirit Week. Crap, you got to dress
Uh-huh.
up this
You
week.
gotta
Or-
do your hair real quick.
yes.
Yeah.
Luckily, Tyler's not big into that. I'm like, buddy, do you want to do your hair crazy today? No. Okay, good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Cool.
Nice.
Cool. We'll end it
Nice,
there.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I win there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is nice.
Yeah.
Easy.
My kid's
You don't
school
have
doesn't
to.
do that, I don't think. They might
No?
get like a free dress day if they participated in something, or like a crazy sock day or something.
Yeah.
Luckily, it's not like an all, because I would not.
Yeah.
I could not remember.
I wish I would have wrote down where I read this, because I feel like I'm going to live by this from now on. I have 2 more years. So this said up to 7 years after a kid to return physically, emotionally, and spiritually.
What?
Got some time.
So like, they tell you wait a year to have another baby.
I thought it was 2.
But I mean, if you think about like what your emotions go through, if you're nursing, then I think it adds on to that. But I mean, there's more than
Absolutely.
just like physically I can, yes, have another kid. Like this was saying, like all of the emotions in your mental, like 7 years. So
Encompassing it
so
all.
I have 2 years. I have 2 years to get it together.
Well, I'm the farthest out. I do feel. I mean, like I am past that
You're
7
at that.
years.
Yeah.
I do feel like in the past, I'd say year or so, like I still have like I just feel more regulated, I guess.
See,
Overall.
maybe there's some truth to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I wish I would have wrote down.
I
where
could
got
see it
from.
too. Just thinking back from
Yeah.
a couple of years ago.
Like I still have like my lows or
Mhm.
Yeah.
whatever, like my moments
Yeah.
of stress or feeling overwhelmed or whatever. That's totally normal.
Yeah.
But like overall, I feel like I don't know,
Well, I mean, and when you think about it, 7-year-olds are pretty independent.
Yep. Well,
So you're
most,
finally like, I mean, I've got 2 that are pretty still
Mhm.
Dependent.
that's just-
Very much
yes,
need you. Yes.
another thing added on.
Mhm.
Like I'm always having to help those 2 while I'm always forgetting something.
Yep. And as the older
Yep.
ones get more independent and more responsible, like Matthew doesn't really need a lot from me anymore, like emotional support and guidance. Like, of course,
Yeah.
all of
Yes.
those things. But I
Yes.
mean, like, is he's pretty independent.
Yeah.
So it just alleviates a lot of stress.
Oh, it's
me.
true. You don't have to dress them.
Mm-hmm.
They pick out what they want to wear
Yeah.
every day. You don't have to worry about helping them wipe their bums.
Nope.
You know what I
he came to
mean?
me. He came to me last week. He goes, "Oh, because I was doing laundry. I'd asked them all to bring their laundry. And sometimes it's just easier to combine their clothes and just do like, because
Yeah.
Yeah.
sometimes they don't wear a ton in a week. So it's like, hey, bring it and we'll see what we've got. We'll do some laundry." And I was down there doing laundry and he came in. He's like, "Oh, you're doing laundry. I was going to come ask you if you were going to do it today or if I should just go ahead and throw a load of laundry in for myself." And I was like, "Oh,
Oh,
there you go.
yeah, see, so we're getting somewhere." He's
Good
learning
job,
like
kid.
if he
That's
wants his
cute.
stuff washed, either, do it himself or if I'm doing it, that's fine. But
Yeah,
anyway, I don't know. That's good.
they do. They gain a lot of independence.
Yeah.
It's so true.
And Ava likes to have her independence too. Jack, maybe a little bit different. I don't know.
He is also the baby.
Yeah.
I
I do
know.
feel like the baby of the family, you know.
I've had to constantly get after the older two. Like, hey, leave him alone. Like, let him figure stuff out.
Right.
Matthew likes to argue with that. Argue with me about that. Good grief, words are hard.
When I was younger, my mom had to get mad at my sister because she would always ride me around on her bike. So I was pretty old before I learned how to ride a bike.
Oh,
Because she'd just like take me everywhere
Yeah.
with her, and she'd be like, "You need to get her on her own bike."
Yeah.
I mean, I was pretty old.
How old?
I don't remember. I mean, probably in like sevens.
Yeah.
She's like, I was 12.
Right?
Yeah.
17.
Yeah.
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 So I mean, not really that old, but I feel like I should have been riding a bike. Should
Yeah.
have been riding my
Right.
own bike instead of having my sister cart me around.
Sure,
Jack-
though, you get used to, you've got your parents plus your older
Yeah.
siblings that are always helping you out.
Yeah, you're taken
know?
care of.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Lucy, my 4-year-old, has found out that if she just screams and cries, she gets her way. Because half the time it's just like, by her and Van, I'm just like, do whatever.
Just shut her
Yeah.
up.
Right.
And so, like, at all of his games and stuff, when there's treats, she will sit there and stare at the person that's giving treats and scream and cry. I mean, we could be far away, but I'm always like, you're not. And the horrible thing is they give it
Bring
to her
it,
half
yeah.
the time. And I'm like,
No.
yeah.
Whatever
and
it
then
takes.
today,
I wouldn't let her get on. I'd be like, because of how if you cry and throw a fit, you're not getting it.
Well, today,
And then
Noah got donuts, and she threw a fit, and we're walking home, and I looked down, and she has it, and I, like, tore it out of her hands. I was
Yeah.
like, you don't get a scream and just get whatever
Your
you
way.
want.
Mhm.
And so I took it from her, and I was like, okay.
Well, kids can be so manipulative.
I
damn
know.
it.
I know. So I'm, like, trying to talk. You know, if you would have asked nicely,
Right.
you could have had anyway.
Yes.
Then Noah ended up giving it to Emmy, who, oh, thank you, Noah.
Uh-huh.
Thank
Oh, my
Yep.
word.
And
Why?
then Lucy starts screaming again, and Noah's like, well, Lucy, maybe if you would have just asked night. I was like,
Yep.
Oh.
you guys are all just terrible right,
right?
now.
Yeah.
And then by the end, Emmy was done. There was 2 bites left, and Lucy asked nicely, and I was like, sure. And Noah's like, you said she couldn't have it. I was like, I'm just so
I know.
done.
Yeah.
I know.
So done.
It's
and Van lives off of YouTube Kids.
Mhm.
He will literally sit the entire game and
On
watch.
YouTube?
YouTube kids?
Just dead set on it. And Matt's always like trying to fight it. Like he's wonderful. And he's always like, well, maybe we should go play soccer. I was like, I want to watch the game.
Yeah.
Right.
I
You're here
want
to
to
support
watch
your
Noah
kid.
play.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't care
Hard.
if he's watching YouTube Kids. If that's keeping him quiet, that's wonderful.
hard.
I know.
So my 2 youngest are just going to be hellions. I know it. They're just going to get their way all the time, and they're going to know it.
Matthew's always like, I mean, you and Dad helped me with this and that and that. And I'm like, and we're going to help Jack too. We're not going to let him just go. I don't need your help. We got this.
Mhm.
He doesn't need a third parent. Well, like no, back off.
Yeah.
Drives me nuts.
I know. It's such a balance.
I'm
Mark
happy-
and I are always like, if we're going to lose, let's try to lose gracefully. Because our kids most likely win in those situations, like every time.
I know.
Like Freya, I mean, every kid loves chocolate. Literally, my niece learned the word chocolate from my house because my kids are always like, can I have more chocolate, Mom? Or they'll climb up the cabinets to get chocolate, right? Like chocolate chips, chocolate whatever. We have to keep it high because they will down the whole bag. And every time, can I just please have a piece? Well, not yet. Like you've already had one earlier. Let's maybe eat a little bit of this or that. oh, Mom, I just love it so much. Can I please just have one? Like, da, da, da. And then finally, Mark and I are like, eat the chocolate. I don't care. Have the whole bag. Fine.
So hard.
Just have the.
It's so hard.
So Mark and I are like, how can we just lose gracefully? Because why fight? Why? Like, we know how this is going to end. You know?
Oh, kids.
And we try so hard to be like, I can understand you're frustrated, and that's okay to be frustrated.
Yeah.
You're feeling mad, right? And it's good to be mad.
Talk about adding to the mental load.
Totally.
You're just
Yeah.
like, am I just absolutely messing up my children?
Yep.
My
Yep,
little
we
two are just going to be
Maybe.
spoiled little brats that always get their way because
I
I'm
know.
done.
I think it's inevitable that we're gonna like mess up our kids.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, I was reading the holistic psychiatrist again, and she had said something because she's always talking about like childhood trauma and trauma due to like your parents and how they parented and all this stuff. And it's like, and you might be a parent and you might be stressed about messing up your kids. Like, it's gonna happen. No one's perfect, and there's gonna be something that you do that might affect them in some way. Like,
Right.
it's just gonna happen.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean,
We can try our hardest, and
Yeah.
something's still gonna
but it doesn't make,
affect them.
sometimes it still eats me up, you know? I've
Oh,
literally
yeah,
had those
of
days
course.
where I'm like,
Uh-huh.
Mark, I don't know if I was a good mom today.
Oh,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? And Mark is always so sweet.
Yeah.
Like, baby, you are the best mom. And he'll just talking me up. And I'm like, you're sweet, but would you ever really tell me? He's like, I would tell you if I think you're going too far. You know, and he has before, but I'm like, no, I wasn't a good mom today. You know? Then I'll have days where I'm like, baby, I was a good mom today. Like, I sat down and played with them for a while, and like meals went great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just always have
such a
to. I was
battle.
thinking about this today too. I don't know. I was like cycling and just thinking about life here while watching Blippi and listening to curse words. But
I'll do that too.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was just like thinking about how we need to focus on our strengths because
Yes.
clearly my strengths are not having a clean house. Never will I have a clean house.
I'm right there
like,
with you, sister.
yeah, it's just not, or
Maybe, like,
being
once a
organized.
month.
Like, it's just not me. But I know that my children are loved.
Mm-hmm.
I know that they know how to love others.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I just got to remind myself, like, they're loved. They know they're loved. Sometimes I might be a crappy mom, forget a bunch of crap, but my kids are loved.
Yep.
It's
Even
true.
on those bad days, though, there's always, you can find a small win. You
Right?
know, and like,
Mhm.
I think we've talked about before those, it was a story or something when a parent was saying how they'd failed because they had like a snack dinner or something, but then they talked to the kids and they were like, those were my favorite dinners.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like the things that you're probably like beating yourself up about, your kids don't even notice.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
probably don't even care. Or they're things they love. You know, like when you get pajama days, like my kids love when they get to have a pajama day.
So do
I'm
mine.
kind of selfishly doing it so I don't have to do more laundry.
Mhm.
And then like I don't want to get dressed. I don't want to go anywhere. So they're like, yay, we're having a pajama day. And they get so excited.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So even
It's
in the
true.
bad days, you
Oh, yeah.
got to find these little wins.
You're right.
And your kids are always going to think you're pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yes.
even when you're having
Yeah.
these terrible days, your kids, they love you.
It's
Yeah.
true.
It's pretty
What do
amazing.
they say? Like kids are the most unconditional
Lovers.
Yeah.
They are. I saw another thing recently where it said, your kids will always want to be your best friend.
Yeah.
Like at this age, at this young age,
Yeah.
all they want to do is be close to you. Like no matter what, no matter how you behave, no matter what you do, that's what they care most about. And it's kind of heavy to think about,
Yeah.
but it's true. Like
I
they
always
are.
try to think though, they won't want to always be around me.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
At
Sorry,
one
why
point-
they're
At one point, they're going to want to like be out of the house and be with their friends and they won't
Yep.
want me around.
It's true. That's what I mean. Like in these young
Yep.
window of years, all they crave is assurance from their parents, love. They want to be close to you. They want to feel like you're proud of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I feel like they're so forgiving. I mean,
Yeah. That's true.
they're always trying to impress you in some way,
Yep.
you know?
What do you, I don't think anyone did their homework.
I thought about
I
Did you?
Is there
About the
actually
I did
homework?
think about
I thought you
things.
just told us what we were talking
Oh.
about.
she had questions.
Well, just
She
I
says
said
I
did
things
think
to
about
She
think
said,
of.
think about this stuff.
I did
Okay.
think about things.
So, I mean, it doesn't have to be pertaining to kids. What are your triggers for
Okay.
like your mental mind sleep? I would say
Oh.
Mm.
when I focus on like getting sleep, I notice my mood. I'm happier. I don't want to light my house on fire. Like, just everything seems to go so much better. And when I don't pay attention to my sleep and when I stay up too late on my dumb phone, I
Mhm.
notice grumpier. It just like goes so hand in hand, like my mood and my sleep and moving and getting outside.
Yeah. Mine is like what triggers my anxiety, where I feel frustrated, is when I start to clean my messy house. I get angry. I am an angry cleaner. And like, I'll start getting snappy with Mark, and I think it's because I'm cleaning and then I'm feeling anxious about the cleaning. And then I'm like, why is there so much shit all over? Or I just mopped this and there's already a spill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just start to like spin. And then my second one is when I'm stressed to get out the door, to get somewhere. That one gets me too. Like today I was about to make my kids lunches for the zoo, right? And I'm like, where the F's the bread? Well, Mark ate all the effing bread last night. There was like just a few, I swore there was a few pieces left, just enough to make my kids lunch, right? And I'm like, son of a bitch. And I got on my phone. I'm all, thanks for eating all the bread. I text him while he's at work and he goes, I did not eat all the bread. There was a heel left and I threw it away with the garbage I took out. And I was like,
I
sorry.
could use that heel.
Oh, sorry. Right. I did it. But like that, my poor husband, he'll get the like wrath of it. But that's what gets me is I'm stressed to get out the door or somewhere on time.
When you guys were leaving to go camping,
Yeah.
and you were sitting in the truck with your kids,
Yes.
for what felt like half the day.
Oh, when it started to storm?
Yes, I swear you guys were sitting in the truck forever.
No, we were.
I swear you were. And Mark was cleaning up the stuff. He was getting the extension cord. Like I just kept checking. I was like, man, they left you. And I felt like you were sitting in there forever.
It was probably about a half hour.
Okay,
It was
felt
a while.
Felt like ever. I was like,
My
oh my
kids
gosh.
wouldn't survive it.
No, I know. I wondered. Well, because they saw them like crawling around in
actually,
there.
they
and
weren't
stuff.
buckled up. So they probably
Yeah.
would. They like playing in the car.
Yeah.
But
It felt like so long.
day. No, I
When it
know because I
started
was in
raining-
my front window half the day. Like,
Yeah, you
are
were.
you done yet? Are we ready?
I
Can we
know.
go yet?
But I saw you in there, and I was like, oh my gosh, if I were Mark, that would stress me out. When my
Having
family
them in the car.
When my family
Oh,
goes
yeah, I
and
can
gets
see
in the
that.
car, like they're ready to go, I'm like, shit. And then I get like anxious and I get angry and I'm like, ugh, like, why are you doing that? You're stressing. Like, wait until I say to go get in the car to go get in the car.
I feel like when all my family's in the car, I'm like, sweet, I have 5 minutes. I
Same.
can do something. I can be like, and hurry around the house.
Nope.
See, I'm the opposite. Yeah, when my family's loaded, I'm like, oh, it's a sense of relief. I'm like, sweet. They're all in a safe spot. They're good. They're settled.
I just
I'm
feel
going to
they're-
like take a poop in peace and I'm going to do a few things.
I just feel like they're waiting on me. And then there's like this
Right.
pressure to get my ass in the car and I'm not always there. That's right. I mean,
Yeah,
that's not
that-
the only
that-
thing.
is that
I was
one of
just
your
adding
triggers?
to yours. Yeah. Another one is like noise levels. It depends on my mood too. Like if I'm trying to get something done or I'm working or I'm focused on something and like the kids are going crazy and they're like rough housing or whatever, but the noise level is like really high. I'm like, okay, it's okay. They're just playing. They're just fine. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, like stop. Like you don't have to be so loud. Like you guys can play, you guys can do stuff, but you don't have to be like screaming and yelling and like being crazy. You can just like, to me, that's outside play. If you want to be really loud, go outside or go downstairs where I don't have to listen to it. Anyway, but that like, it makes me feel like that's more of like an anxiety trigger.
That's
I get,
totally me
"Ugh."
too.
Yeah.
The loudness.
Another one is just feeling overwhelmed in general. Like if I have a lot of things to do, then I just start to feel like I can't focus on anything. And honestly, I'll usually just go sleep. I'll just go to bed. Like I can't,
Yeah.
I just need to like clear my brain and I'll nap or I'll go back to bed after the family leaves for the day or I don't know. That's not always it's not the best way to deal with things, to like avoiding it. But sometimes like, instead of just like crying, I'll just go nap.
Go sleep. My brain is shutting down.
Yeah.
It's like you just can't wrap your head around everything you have
Yeah.
to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I get
multiple, like a lot of overwhelming days, like close together puts me in a little bit of a down, like a little bit of a
Mhm.
depression. And then sometimes I have to like just mentally, I don't know.
Is it because you were so busy for a few days or is it because now that busyness is slowed down so you feel like a sense of blues, like of what's next?
Probably, I'm sure it works both ways.
Yeah.
sometimes I just get overwhelmed thinking of things that are coming up even. Like I'm stressed about like a week and a half from now, like the Saturday on the 20th is just going to be really busy for us. And I'm just like, man. And then on those days, like feeling like there's so much to do, I'm on edge. I'm kind of a bitchy person on those days because I just know that we have to get to this place, to this place, to this place, and making sure that everybody and everything is ready to go all the time is just, it's a lot.
I know.
You know?
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's pretty much one of my triggers. Just
Yeah.
like having things. I mean, we have a lot going on with all of our kids.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But having things on top of that, like out of the norm, and like just, I think I work myself up more than I need to. Like everything always
totally
is
do.
not as stressful as I'm making it
true.
to be. Once it happens, I'm like,
Yep.
like that was stupid.
Yeah.
Like today, my son had a program at 2:30, and my other one's usually sleeping. And you know, in my head, I got worked up because like, what am I gonna do? He's gonna be. It wasn't that big of a deal. I took him to the thing. He was a little ornery. He was ornery all day, but it worked out. Like I just feel like if there's a couple things, and I think that's like I'm like self-diagnosed ADHD, but if I have more than like one thing on my, I focus on that, and it like messes up my whole day. So like if I have something at 2:30, like my whole day is about that thing at
Yes.
2:30,
Yeah.
and I can't function like before that.
Yep.
Like Kim texted me, was like,
I'm like
"Hey,
that
can you do
too.
this?" And I was like, "Oh, well, I really had nothing going on." I planned to get like teacher appreciation gifts once I dropped, and that's the thing. I'll plan something in my head, and if something throws it off, it's like, oh,
I can't do anything else.
yeah, I do that too. Like my whole day is taken up because I have something at 2:30,
Yeah.
and it was really easy to just load up and go pick up food and drop it off. Like that wasn't a bit, but in my head,
That's yeah.
and I get to be kind of like paralysis, kind of like your nap. I can't nap because I still have little kids that I've got to watch over, but
Yep.
I will literally sit on the couch and I'm like, I have to do laundry. There's so many appointments I need to make right now, and I'll just sit there. And I just
That
think,
alone stresses me out.
even
I don't like
today-
to make phone calls.
Oh no.
So
Even today, I'm
that's
sitting there. I have like a massive headache. There's so much going on. I'm sitting on the couch, and I didn't want to get up to get the Excedrin.
Yep.
And Matt's like, "Have you taken anything?" And I was like, "No."
It's another room.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
finally get up and take it, and I was like, "Oh, wow,
I feel much
feel
better.
much better."
Right? That made a difference.
Oh.
So it's
totally
like
get
me working myself up way more than I need to, and it overwhelms me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I get the paralysis too,
Uh-huh.
where I'm just like literally there's times when we have like Easter dinner at 4 at the family's and I'm making a side dish. I'll be like, it's like 12. I'm like, oh shit, we haven't had breakfast. I've been so focused on this 4 o'clock dinner and prepping the food for the 4 o'clock dinner. I'm like, my kids have had like chips. You know what I mean? I totally get that
Or
too.
sometimes I just don't know where to start. And it's
Mhm.
like the littlest things. Like I know I could just start cleaning the kitchen, but when you have the kitchen and laundry and dishes and the kids to get dressed and fed, and it's just like, where do you even start? And that's when I shut down.
Yep.
I'm like, I start on my couch.
Yep.
And get nothing done until I'm like absolutely forced.
Till there's like something happening where you're like, oh shit, someone's coming over.
Yeah.
I gotta clean.
Yeah. Or like, oh, they got to be at school in 20 minutes. I better feed them lunch.
Right. I do feed my kids breakfast. I don't want anybody getting all worried. They do eat.
Sometimes I forget Nick's breakfast. I'll be like, because he's not an early eater.
Yeah.
Like I'll make breakfast and he will never want, like he never eats it. And then I'll be like, huh. Well, shoot, I don't think he ate today.
Well, but today he was like, I'm hungry. Or was it today or yesterday on
Yeah.
the walk? It was on the walk.
I
We
don't-
went on the walk the other day.
It's happened more than
Yeah.
once.
And he's like, I'm hungry. And she's like, what? She's like, oh, well, you probably, because I don't think he ate breakfast. But it
Yeah.
was because he was later
Yeah.
eating.
That's another hard part is when you make your kids food and they don't eat it.
Yeah, that's real fun.
I don't love that.
And then you're all full. And you're like, cool, like that meal's done. But they didn't eat. So then they're hungry.
Yeah.
5 minutes later, you're like, damn it.
Yeah.
Why?
Why do they need so
Why?
much crap?
I know.
Jeez.
Selfish.
I did see something. This was just this week that said people have usually like a healthier state of mind when you take one lazy day a week.
Oh, good.
Like they're like, if you are a person where maybe it's every Sunday, you just couch it veg out, don't do anything productive, like there's studies that have shown it's actually healthy
I
to do
think
that.
you need to. You need to have
Yeah.
like that time off,
Yeah.
whether it's to like play or I think even if you're doing like little things around the house, like
Could be. This one literally said you're
Read
on the
a book?
couch hanging out.
Read a book.
Probably, yeah.
Perfect.
I couldn't do it.
That's
I
I
can.
can't either. If I know
can do it.
when
For sure.
when I am not feeling too overwhelmed, but I know there's a lot to do. Like I feel like I have to.
I mean, I could do it for a while. I could probably do half a day. But like I think my biggest trigger is for sure a mess.
Clutter.
Like I feel like I can't function, like my brain when
You loved coming to my house.
my other people's, it's not my stuff, like, but
Yeah.
not knowing like where stuff is, or just like I hate going to do something like cook dinner and it's already a mess. Like I don't know. I just like I can't do that. It just makes me even thinking about it
Yeah.
Yeah.
makes me feel anxious.
It makes me feel anxious, but I can't figure out how to not do that.
I can't figure out how to keep it clean. I love to be clean. I think we've talked about this. My mom was super clean. My dad was super clean. I was raised in very clean, organized homes, right? Maybe that's why maybe I'm on strike too. I don't know.
Like watch this, suckers.
Right. Even though they weren't those kind of parents that made me feel stressed about a mess at all. With how
Yeah.
clean they were, I never felt like like nervous to spill. They just did a great job keeping things clean.
Yeah.
But so I love it. I love when my house is clean, and when I get in that mode, man, I will scrub every corner. I go to town, So Mark and I will say our house gets messy, but it's not dirty because we do scrub, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's true. I don't know how to keep up with it. I go through these like phases where I'm like, oh, this week I killed it. Like I kept my house clean for kind of like 7 days. That was so amazing. And then all of a sudden a busy day happens or the weekend hits and we decide not to do the dishes for a day, and then it just starts to
Pile up.
and then you're looking around like, son of a gun, here we are again, But I don't mind messes. That's what's weird. I don't mind messes. Like when my kids have fun and make a mess, it doesn't bother me. But I think it's when the mess piles up on the mess.
Yeah.
And then it's the next mess. And then I start to feel that like, I'm like
Yeah,
drowning in the mess.
I don't mind when the kids like they love to play with their sand. They have lots of like science experiments they'll do. I can't. Like I can't function. Like that's the quickest way to like get me to shut down is like have my house be messy and overwhelming to me.
Yeah.
Even when I think about like grocery shopping, like I like to be able to like I can picture what's in my pantry. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Just it's how my brain works, I guess.
You're organized. I mean, your
It
house
does
is
help.
very functional and very
Like
yeah.
when I think about our mornings and how they're digging through hampers and I'm like,
Yes.
find your clothes. And then I'm like, it's half my fault because we're just a madhouse.
chaos. Yeah.
Yeah. But like I said, I don't know how to keep up with anything.
Laundry's rough. It's hard.
I have found one of my things when I keep up, it's when I'm not on my phone very much, and not in a way of like I try to do the enjoyable stuff on my phone, right? Like if I'm roller skating and recording, I enjoy that. That is fun. That's another piece of like my independence and it feels good. But I've noticed I have to choose. It's either my free time goes towards cleaning and taking care of the house, or I get to do my hobby and record. I have not found that sweet spot of being able to do both. I kind of recently discovered that over the last couple of weeks because I'm like, how did I keep up this week and not this next? I'm like, oh yeah, that like
Yeah.
what was the difference? I'm like, that was a big difference, And obviously my kids have to take care of them first, but those times when I have those time blocks where I could do something for me,
It's
I
like
have to choose.
Have you seen those memes? There's like you get two, and it's like your house is clean, you get meals. Like there's a list of like motherly duties. It's
Yes.
like you pick two. Like that's all you get.
Mhm.
And I'm like, okay, so I'm good at cooking meals. I don't know what the second one is, but good at cooking meals.
Yeah. No, I think I can only keep up with one.
right?
Right?
Yeah.
You pick one.
I did get a pretty good guilt trip from Tyler the other day because I was cleaning up. It was after Nick threw up. So after our house was a throw up bag. So I'm cleaning. My sister let me borrow her carpet cleaner. So I'm cleaning. We were planning on going outside or something. So I was like, I want to get these clean so that they can sit for a little bit and dry while we're like out and about. So I'm like, just give me a few minutes. Let me clean this. Oh, Mom, you only clean because you don't want to play with me.
Oh.
I was like, oh. Then I'm like, no, that's not true. But really, I need to get this clean. Like,
Right.
Let me do
I've
this.
got to do it. And
Right.
he was like, you do it just so you don't have to play. And I was like, do you really feel that way? And he was like, yes. And then my like mom heart feels super guilty.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, am I like too much of a spaz about this? But
No,
It
you had to
is
throw
what
up
it
carpets. You wanted to get them clean.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, throw up. I mean,
I was
that
like,
makes sense.
he knows. He knows it gets to my heart.
This might have been
Don't
Mel
do that.
Robbins, my friend Mel.
Probably was.
I think it might have been. I'm trying to remember. But I heard that when kids say, will you play with me? Sometimes that's their way of saying, I've had a hard day. Will you spend time with me?
Or that they need your attention.
Like
Yeah,
they
I've
need
heard
your
that too.
attention. That stood out to me big time.
Yeah.
Because I do try to have focus time with my kids. Like I've tried to be so intentional about that, and even if it's 10 minutes with each. But Freya yesterday, and I was about to do the dishes that desperately needed to be done. And she goes, Mom, you sit down and play slime with me? And that just totally crossed my mind. I'm like, even though I was ready, I was ready to tackle this sink full of dishes. I was like, yes, honey, I would love to sit down and play slime with you. And I did. I was like, okay, the dishes could wait. But it's hard because again, it's that list,
Social things also are a trigger for me.
Social events.
Mm-hmm. Like just having to go out of today it was Mother's Day karate day with Jack, and I knew that I was going to have to go out on the mat. I couldn't just sit in my corner and watch my kid. I had to be out there, and I knew that the others, my parents or whatever, would be participating too. But I was it was so out of my comfort zone. I like to just sit and feel unnoticed. I like that. I feel comfortable in that. So going out and so I made John come with us. I was like, will you come? And he's like, why? It's it's the Mother's Day. Why? Because then if we're both there, then we're late picking up Ava from cheer. And anyway, it just creates a thing. But he came with me, and I was like, I just need to feel comfortable. But I felt
Just want that support.
really anxious about it for a couple hours prior.
That's if
But
I
you did it. That's awesome.
I come off as very laid back, but I think I'm way more anxious than people really realize. But if I have something new, if I don't know how to do it, if I've never done it before, anxiety, getting my oil change. Still, I've done it multiple times, and I'm still where do I park my car? Do I bring it to the doors? And I'm just stop being so worked up. Do what you do, and if you do it wrong, who cares?
I know, but it's hard.
Yeah.
I know. Yep.
And then driving. I have gotten a lot better, but I will study. If I'm driving somewhere new, I will pull up those directions and study them for a day, and sit there in my car before I leave and make sure I know where I'm turning, which lanes I need to get into.
Your drunk friends probably helped you work out of that a little
Oh my
bit.
gosh, yeah. Making me drive in Salt
Right?
Lake.
I'm the same way though. I try to talk myself it's fine, just do it, but I still inside I'm just a mess. I'm just in that anxiety you can feel it in your whole body,
Yeah.
just
The social
Tenses.
anxiety.
yeah.
When I drive, my body is sore. And I think it's
You
'cause
just
I don't
tense
realize it, but I'm tensed up. And then when I get there, I'm
yeah.
that my whole body hurts.
It's a lot.
When you finally realize.
Yes.
What do you think it is? Do you think it's I'm in control, so I'm fully responsible if something goes wrong in this situation? Or did
driving?
you have... Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's, small town Wyoming. If we were on the freeway, there was maybe one car. So I think it's just
The city, the big
Yep.
city.
all the cars, traffic. It just makes me nervous. I don't know what it is. I've always just, and I've had a couple, and they haven't even, it's been little fender benders. I slid into somebody when I was in high school. It was one of the high school teachers. I slid into his car. It was icy. Well, I barely tapped it, and he got out and reamed me out. I remember going to school, crying in the bathroom, calling my mom. She was pissed. My friend Lanny drove me from like there on out. Like snow really freaks me out. Mm-hmm. And you think I'd be used to it growing up in Wyoming, going to college in Logan, Utah. Like I've been around snow my whole life, but I still can't function. Even when it's like not even sticking yet, Matt's like, the roads aren't even bad. I'm like, okay.
It's still
not
scary.
bad. I'm fine.
It's scary.
Yeah. So I have no clue. I don't know why.
Isn't it
It's such
interesting?
an issue.
Like those little
Yeah.
things that I think my cleaning anxiety, I don't know. I think that my family, specifically my mom's side, my dad's side was not like this at all. They're total opposite. They were like, oh yeah, come over. Like place might be a mess. Fine. Other than my dad. My dad kept it very clean. But I'm talking extended family, if I'm making sense. But I know every time we'd go somewhere with the rest of my extended family, it was all about like the house needs to be perfect. Like spotless. Like there can be no sign that people live here. You know that video? 100% my whole mom's side of my family. Mm-hmm. And I think maybe that's part of it for me. Like I've really, really broken my shell down of like the fear of judgment on my house.
I have too.
With you guys.
Yeah.
Because like probably a few years ago, hell no, would you walk in my house with all that messy shit? No.
Like when I came to come cuddle with you.
Yes.
You were so embarrassed. That was the first thing. You're like, oh my gosh, my house.
I
I'm
literally
like,
was asleep on the couch and she was recording. And I'm all,
I went to come cuddle up next to her and she was like, my house. I'm like, I literally was not even focused on your house. I was staring at you the whole time.
But then I was like, it's weird. I feel so much better about that. Like I said, I still like clean things, right? Yeah. But
I don't know how, as a society, we've gotten so bad at that. Like, nobody's house is
look like that
spotless all the time.
It's not possible.
Like, why do we expect that?
I know.
I don't know why we have that such a high expectations. Today, I posted on my Instagram about my piles of laundry on my bed. I said, "Oh, I love when I can't find clothes, so I have to dump my 3 baskets on my bed to dig through what I'm trying to find." And so many people were like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I'm not alone."
Yes.
Like, why do we expect
I don't know.
everyone to have this perfect house, to have folded laundry, to have like be on top? It just adds. Adds to the stress.
It does.
Of everything.
It does.
And everyone's in different phases of life. Like my grandma's house is spotless, but she doesn't have kids running around
No.
or like people to get, it's like she has the time to, and not other people to clean up after.
No. And it's just her and her husband,
Yeah.
just probably simple little meals.
It is.
And then there's 2 dishes to clean and,
So when you add 4 kids, dishes, feeding, laundry, all the things, using the bathrooms and
Their
getting
toys
toothpaste everywhere. I mean,
yeah.
it's just like, it just happens.
Yeah. And you got to let them live. My
No.
family let me make messes all the time. And it was some of my favorite memories, making huge, crazy forts. And we play what we call biodome, where you have to stay in one room for 24 hours. So you have 1 hour to grab everything you need for the whole 24 hours, unless you have to use the bathroom. And literally, my poor dad, man, we would bring everything in there. Games and toys and clothes and set up a TV.
Make my kids do that in the basement. Go downstairs.
But it's some of my favorite memories, And man, we made a mess.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I saw a video where they covered the table and then they had like spaghetti or something fairly easy and they just dumped it out on the table.
Yeah.
And they just let all the kids eat off at the table. I was like, what a fun.
I bet the kids
It's kind of-
love
yeah.
that.
The kids loved it. And that's so I
That's
I
cute.
love to go through and read comments just to see where people go.
Oh,
Yeah.
So like the lady was saying, she was like, my kids still talk about this. It was like an older video that was like 4 or 5 years ago. She was like, my kids still talk about it. They loved it. And the comments are just like, oh, great. Now there's melted plastic in their food. And what about this? And what about this? And it's like,
Oh my
but
goodness.
these kids are having fun. They don't, why does any of that other stuff matter?
Yeah.
Don't make a happy memory a negative one.
Yeah.
Gosh, I'm going to do that though.
But it goes to
It
show
was
the
such a cute,
judgment thing.
Yep.
You're always
And you're anxious about it sometimes. And
yes.
I saw another one that was like showing a normal house. It was like just a normal, like any one of
Lived-in
our
house.
houses.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it was like, we need to normalize real houses that aren't spotless and
Spotless.
all black and white. And I was like,
Yes.
it's true. Everything you see is like these spotless, pristine kitchens, and you're like, where is your stuff?
Right.
Right.
Like, where do you put your cups or your water bottles?
They don't actually live in the house. They live in a tent in the backyard.
Yeah,
That's why
exactly.
I make a point in my videos to not clean off stuff.
Oh, yeah.
My counters will always be a mess. Like, I'm
Mhm.
not going to take that extra time because it's not, what am I going to just set it aside?
Yeah.
Or like, I don't know.
Like, why frame
that's
it?
my life.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
there will always be something on my counters right now.
Yep.
Like, maybe
I
for
have-
2 seconds they will be clean, but that's about it.
Changes fast.
No, same. I have to clean my floor when I skate, of course, because I will eat shit. I already eat shit. So I do have to clear my floor. But same. Like, I try to make a point. If there's stuff behind me, there's stuff behind me.
Yeah.
You don't want to land
my
on a
kids play.
transformer?
Yeah, no, that I'd pass on that. I almost did.
Sounds fun.
Tried to
So-
dodge him.
What do you guys feel like improves your mood the most? I will have you note. I took some notes here, and I said what improves your mood. Cody wrote down sex and hugs. So that's all he needs.
That's all he needs. I'll say sex and candy. No sex and
I have to be in the mood for
Candy.
sex.
Yeah.
I have
Those
to
are
be in
nice.
the mood for hugs. I'm not a big hugger.
I would love to be like.
Sorry.
sex and candy.
You don't know that
Oh,
song?
I do.
Yeah.
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 I do know that song now.
Maroon 5 did a cover on it, but he's not the OG singer.
No.
Anyways, continue.
Yeah. Oh. You know, like if you're standing there doing dishes or something, and your husband comes up and like gives you a hug from behind or something.
I don't like it.
I realize
don't like
I
it.
don't either, but I want to
Oh,
like it.
I will always take hugs.
I-
Me too.
I want to like it, but sometimes if I'm going and doing, I'm
Yeah.
like, don't touch me right now. Like I'm sorry. I love. Thank you for that. But I would like to finish this dish or whatever I'm doing. Like I get in a
I
zone,
do too.
and I don't
that's
want to
always-
like.
That's always, I feel like, when he tries to hug me, not when I'm just doing nothing, when I'm like in the middle of something and he'll
Yeah.
hug me and kind of hang on me, and I'm like, get off me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then that's when he walked over and wrote down hugs because I refused to give him a hug.
Oh.
But I would like to be that person that likes like
I'm glad I'm not alone in that.
no, and it makes me feel bad because I would like to just turn around and be like hi, you know. But like I need to get shit done sometimes when especially if I'm in the right mood to get that thing done,
Yeah.
then I got to do it.
The only
Oh.
time I don't like hugs is if I'm about to cry,
I know.
Oh, yeah.
because then it'll trigger my
That's
tears.
when we all want to
I'll cry
give you
more.
a hug though.
I know.
I know, right?
Yep.
You're like, get away.
That's
Yeah,
when I
should
say,
I just
don't hug me. Don't be nice to me.
I need my space. Crying on the inside.
Yeah.
sometimes I will take like a hot shower or a bath. And sometimes that's where I'll do like a big cry. Sometimes like getting a
yeah.
good cry out will help like
I cry a lot in the shower. It's like a good.
yeah, I do. I feel like you can hide it easy actually. And you can do it in private. Like no one's around
Right.
to well, hopefully like kids.
I feel like car cries are good.
Oh,
Car
yeah,
cries
car
are
cries
Yes.
I
That's
started
probably where I've cried the most is in my
Yeah.
car.
yeah, unfortunately mine started the other day like really random. I just had a cry as I was pulling into carpool and I was like, well shit, this is just excellent timing.
Did you have sunglasses on?
Yeah, but
Yeah. You're good.
I just had to like. And then my mom called and I was like, oh, I gotta pull it together, otherwise she's gonna know I was crying. You know how moms know.
Oh,
And I was
yes.
like, oh my gosh, I was like, hi, like trying to like.
Oh.
so
Then it makes
dumb.
you feel, then you cry more when they
Yeah.
know.
Oh,
'cause
I
that's
know.
your
Yeah, no, I hit it
mom.
real well. I hit it really well. But anyway, so crying, baths, showers, sleep. I already said that. Like I really like my sleep.
Yeah. I love hugs too. I think there is times though that Mark has tried to hug me when I am in the middle of doing something and I've like had the kids on me all day and I'm finally trying to knock out what I wanted. I think there is times he's like, babe, I tried to hug you earlier. And I was like, no, you didn't. He's like, no, I really did. And I don't
Yeah.
even notice, but I will hug the shit out of anyone. I am a hugger. 2020 was hard for me to adjust that because I had to learn that contact
I thought you were talking about the show. I was like,
might
what
not
they-
wanted. No,
No,
they
say. Tell me more about
murderers.
hugs.
The pandemic. No, like I love huggy people. I love like people that want to hold hands. Like I'll hug the shit out of you if you'll take it. I will.
It's gross.
Like I had friends I worked with. Like we would just always be like, oh, I just love you. We just like be so close. You know what I mean? And there was people where like that's their bubble, and I'll respect your
Yeah.
bubble. But if you'll let me hug you, I will
You're
absolutely hug
talking
you.
to me, my bubble.
No. No. I was just looking at you. I feel like we get like that when we go out. Me and you.
Touch like lovey.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Especially if I've had some drinks.
Totally. Like you are like that person for me. Like when we're out. But I will do that all the time. I love hugs. But I think what I've noticed the most is when I exercise. It shifts my whole day. My whole day. That's probably my biggest thing.
Can I just say I was sitting here staring at your arms and I was like, damn it.
She's already getting muscle.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah, it's annoying.
I know.
Okay, but listen, I've been putting in
I
work.
know. You've been
You have
kicking
to
ass.
remember that.
Oh, I know.
This isn't
I know,
like
but
an
remember
overnight
when I
thing.
put in like 2 years of work and I had no bicep and you did 2 weeks and you're like,
Yeah.
and it just like showed. I was like, cool, that's awesome.
But you know what?
Yeah.
Remember that?
I
Yeah.
lift heavy weights. I push
I did
it.
too, Tara.
You did?
Yes.
You always tell me I kind of did an arm workout. Like I kind of.
Okay, I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about the like 2 years that I was
Pushing it.
But
pushing
when
it.
we've pulled up videos and pictures of you, you have even said, "Holy man, look at me!
Yeah.
I know.
It's true.
You looked amazing."
I still didn't have the biceps
Oh,
bulging after
please.
2 years, though.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
I've
this
never
isn't
had that.
overnight for me.
I
Like
know.
I am pushing it hard. You know what I mean? Like it's.
We were talking about how impressed we were with you the other day.
Oh, you
How
guys are
awesome you're
sweet.
doing.
Thank you. Appreciate it. And then I have today where I just eat ice cream and pizza and chips all day.
You still worked out. Didn't you work
no,
out today?
no,
I thought
no.
you posted a workout.
No, that was yesterday. I did a late one.
Ava said, or something, kids said something yesterday. Maybe it was Jack. I don't know. He
I
was
just
like, that
walked
was
around.
yesterday, Mom. I was like,
It was. It was
No,
yesterday.
not that, but something else.
Something else.
Oh, was it? No, I walked around the zoo all day, pushed my stroller. I'm counting
That's-
that.
Those hills
There's a
up
big
there.
hill.
Right?
Yeah.
Some few big hills. I was sweating.
Running into each other.
But anyways, that's the biggest thing.
It does make such a big
Yeah.
difference. I think that's why winter is exceptionally hard. Because not only is it cold, and you're mostly stuck inside, but it's so much harder for me to stay motivated
Yeah.
through the winter. Like to get out
Mhm.
and go for a walk is so much more enjoyable for me.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
So when it's
And the
like
sun's out.
10 degrees,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
to not have that option, oh, it's real rough.
I agree. When it's bulk season, it's like you're eating all the sweets and all the heavy foods and
Those comfort foods.
comfort foods.
When I've had a day, one of my favorite things is when Cody will just take the boys. I'll turn on some music, even if I'm cooking dinner, but just to have like a minute. It can be like 15 minutes, and it will feel like such a reset. But to just like put the music I want to listen to, not like Batman or something that the kids want, to
Yeah.
listen to the music I want to cook or like clean up after dinner, whatever time. That's my favorite.
I was going to say,
Having
music
those
is a
moments.
big one for us.
Yep.
Like, even if my kids are quite, even if I put like the stuff for them and we have just a little dance party, like that just kind of totally resets my day. And if I could have headphones on most of the day, I think I'd be a happy person.
Yeah.
Yeah. I play
But I'm
music
like-
a lot.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
can't because I've
Same.
got to hear what's going on. But
Maybe you should try it one day.
maybe I should.
Maybe just one ear. At least keep it on.
I do sometimes.
Do you?
Yes.
That's how I get with my books. Sometimes I'll keep a book just in one ear. And if they're just doing homework or something, you know, or if
Yeah.
I'm cooking dinner, I can have one, but I can still like
Mhm.
keep an ear out for what's going on in
Yeah.
the house.
Yeah.
And
You
I
could do it
mean,
with
I don't know
music.
what it is with music. It's just like dancing and just feeling it. It's and it's not uplifting music ever.
No.
Is
like-
that depressing music?
No, it's like Missy
I like it.
Elliott
That's
and
like
like
Down and
Yeah.
dirty.
yeah, down
Yes.
and dirty. They're saying the F words, and my
Yeah.
kids are all playing. I'm like, fine,
Yeah.
but it always works.
I agree.
And I think that's when I exercise. I do love exercising. I do think it's like a big reset mentally.
Mhm.
But when I work out in the morning and I'm able to listen loudly
Yep.
Crank your
to
music,
all my
probably.
crap music,
Yeah.
Mhm.
don't have to have one ear in. And of course, I get a better workout, but it does start the day off so much better.
Yeah.
It's just kind of me time.
Yep.
Yep.
You're
Those
kicking
are
it off
some of
strong.
my favorite things to do is like live music.
Oh my.
I don't
me
even
too.
really care who it is.
No.
Same.
Is some of my favorite things.
Yeah.
Like where it's just super loud, like where you're like, oh, it's kind of too loud.
Oh, but I like it.
But yeah,
Yeah.
but I
'Cause it's all
like
you
it at
can
the same
focus on.
time. Yep.
Yeah. You're like in the moment.
Uh-huh.
That's why I like the club too.
Yeah. I know.
I don't even really know about that music, but it was cool.
It was so cool.
Have some shots and just
Well, it was a
House
live
music.
DJ.
Yeah.
Dance.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I love music. I will dance. Dance.
guess
dance,
I will
dance,
too.
Dance. You
I
will.
figured it out. Dance for days.
Take the dance.
We had a comment on our YouTube video. Did you see that?
What?
He said, I keep replaying the part where Ashley says blue poop for day.
I did see that. And he's all, I lost it or something. Or so hilarious.
Oh,
Or
so funny.
No, I agree. With the resets, like if we get together, right? Even if it's
Yeah.
even if it's like a quick, like us just running to get those treats and then me running back to Mark and giving him the rest of the ice cream
Mood
tacos.
changes.
My mood was like, hi honey,
Yeah.
love you. Like
Yeah.
here's this.
Yep. So like, what the
It's
shit?
just it's just a little mental break.
Yeah.
Yep.
That dance workout class.
I know.
That could be
Oh.
my therapy. I wish I could do that.
Good one. But it's
every
kind of
night.
the same
It
thing.
is.
It's like super
Yep.
loud music.
Yep.
And like,
Mhm.
yes, you're working out and moving your body, but I
Yep.
think just like nothing is in your
No.
mind at
No.
those moments.
Like the club.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like the club.
It's like a workout club.
I know. Oh,
What also
good
helps
times.
me is just like I have to like sometimes give myself a pep talk. Like if I'm doing those new things, like just ask the dumb questions. Don't be afraid to do things wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Because every time I do that and I just ask questions, it always just goes smoothly. Like
Yep.
why am I working myself up so
know.
much
Yep.
and thinking I need to know exactly what to do when I go change my oil?
I know.
Like
I don't
it's
like to do
not
that
that
either.
big of a deal.
I hate it. I hate the things that they're going to tell me I need to do. And I really don't know if I need to do them or not. So I always call John. And John's like, well, that seems like a lot of money. Probably not. I mean, there's
I know
still
last
stuff
time I
need
was
to
there,
get
I was
done.
like, do you guys have my number down? And they're like, oh, we have this. They listed out Matt's number. I was like, perfect. Yep. Call that one.
Call
That's
that
the
one.
one you're going to
Any
want to
questions? Call that number.
Don't call me.
No.
I think you guys are amazing for doing it. I
Oh.
will not. I can't think of the last time I've taken, and it's not because I'm scared. Like new things like that don't really scare me. I that doesn't like the anxiousness I don't get. I just don't like to do it.
No, I
Like,
hate
that
it.
sounds boring.
I hate it with a passion.
So Mark takes my car every year or every however 6 months. I don't know, however many times you need.
When it says
I
it
don't
means
even
it.
know. Yeah, I never do it. I can't think of the last time. I've done
John,
it.
I know you were
John?
like shocked when I went to get my car registered.
Yeah.
You're like, you're doing that?
oh, yeah, I do that
Yeah,
too.
I am.
I always do it.
I'm spoiled in that way because Mark does all the registration, all the oil changes. Like I don't touch that stuff.
Well, I mean, my car was a year past registration
yes.
and like a couple months past oil. So
Yes.
it probably would be better if Matt
Yeah.
figured it out,
Yep.
but he leaves it to me, and that's why we get tickets.
Hey, but that was an okay ticket.
It was.
Could have been a lot
Considering-
It could have
Yep.
been a lot worse.
Yep.
Is that all we got, guys? Jessica.
Laughter.
We have a
Laughter
gremlin.
is a good one too. I love a good laugh.
worse. Me too.
That'll heal almost any.
I really
wound.
love booze too.
Yeah.
You know?
You like a good
Booze
treat.
will just really.
Just really numbs
Just
it.
loosen you right up.
Although, I'm kidding. I'm not like, makes me sound like,
I know, and you're like, you always talk about how everybody thinks
I
you're
know.
always
I know.
and
And
I'm
I'm
like,
like,
now they're like, oh, and she
Now she's
drinks
an
all the
alcoholic.
time.
she's like, she's like, I love a good hit of marijuana.
Probably does help.
Sitting around fire.
does.
Yeah,
It
having a
really
drink.
does. This is the thing. I don't smoke weed a lot, guys. That's the truth. And I don't drink a lot. I really don't. I do like to have a drink every once in a while. There are times where we
fine.
get a little bit crazier than normal with friends, whatever.
Yes.
But there are days where a little bit of the Mary Jane helps me calm down.
Yes.
And I think you don't have to be like stoned out of your brain and like
No.
sit on the couch eating chips and whatever. Yeah, not able to
Let's
open
get
your
out
eyes.
of your mind.
Yeah. You can do just enough that just helps you take a deep breath.
Mhm.
That's what it feels like. And then you can just go about taking care of your kids like you're the best mom ever.
Well, again, there's studies that show how it actually
Yeah.
helps with anxiety.
Yeah.
And of course, like you still can't abuse a substance, right? Like don't drive stoned.
Absolutely.
Things like that. There's
Be
still
smart.
substance abuse.
Yes.
But no, there's literally studies show that it helps people sleep
Yeah.
or
but I'm not. I don't want people thinking I'm a pothead or an alcoholic. I'm
You're
really
stoner.
not.
Stoner
CDC shows
Ashley.
up at your house.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
We didn't
No.
know CDC.
CPS.
CPS.
Yeah. No, I'm a very responsible parent.
Yes. Okay, thinking of Cody's answer. I bet Mark's would be intellectually connecting because he is like, when him and I stay up and just chat, oh my word, it like the next day it'll be like, I love you. That was so great. Like, I love, like, we'll just talk about everything. We'll talk about our dreams. We'll talk about our kids. We'll talk about our life, like whatever, you know, like intellectually connecting. We both really fiend off that, especially because it doesn't happen as often because you've got your kids
Yeah.
around all the time. And he'd also put sex in there for sure. I get the same response with sex. I love you so much. Got an extra pep in my step. Like it's like sixes for him. Like it's funny. And
I was gonna say,
I enjoy him as well.
Something that helps me too is not keeping it all to myself.
Yes.
Like I try to do that because I don't want to put my emotions or my stress on anybody else. I'm really bad at that. But when I do tell Matt, it always helps because he's always like they don't realize.
No.
They don't realize all the stuff that's going on in this noggin. If you just talk about it, they're like, oh,
How can I let
Yeah.
me help you?
yeah.
Yeah.
What
I'm
can I
like,
take off
oh,
your plate?
that
Yeah.
was, I just needed to do that. And just
Yep.
even getting it off your chest and just like
Verbalizing.
talking through all the stuff that you have going on and maybe realizing, okay, maybe it's not as big of a deal as I was like making it in my head. Just being able to talk through it with somebody else really helps.
Yeah.
Yep.
I agree.
I unload
totally
on Cody
agree.
a lot. He sometimes looks at me because I'll always cry. And he's like,
He's like, okay, is everything okay? You gonna
Could
be
I-
okay?
You want sex and hugs or
could I have your car keys maybe?
just worried about
He's
you.
all say.
so?
That's usually
You're
when he
crying?
gets
Do
worried that
I-
I'm going to take off. He'll be like,
Yeah.
you okay? Do you need a minute?
Yeah.
You need to go to the store?
You can always run over
Wanna
here.
go get ice cream?
Yeah. He gets real worried.
He's all,
Right?
But it does, like, sometimes that, like, just getting out, like, all of your crap in your head,
Yep.
mm-hmm.
you're like, whew, feel
Yeah.
a little lighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
that's
know
true.
why we feel like we need to hold it
Yeah,
all in
I
there.
know. I don't cry much. Like
I
at all.
haven't in a while. I've like craved a good cry. I'm not kidding. Like I was having some real low days there for a little bit, and I was like, man, I just feel like I need to. Feel like
I could have
cry.
shoved that
I know.
earring a
Sometimes I
little
feel like I
harder.
should.
I just feel like
But-
it is good. Like
For
Let
sure.
doesn't
it all
crying
out.
like release? I don't know. I'm sure I read
Release
something
yeah.
somewhere
tears?
sometime.
It releases tears.
Sense of
What?
expression.
It releases
I don't
tears.
cry ever.
No.
I know.
I
Really
cried
worried
before
about
the
you.
last
I'm
episode
worried about you. You
Yeah.
did.
to all of
Yeah.
you
You were
because it
feeling
was
overwhelmed.
Yep.
Yep.
Like I said, I was getting it all out, and I was like, "Shh, that's a lot going on."
I know.
I feel like
You
I
should,
cry a lot.
though. See, I should. I don't know why I don't.
It's because you're heartless.
I don't cry.
You're heartless.
I don't care.
Did you guys watch
No
that
emotions.
reel that I reposted the other day?
Yeah,
Fun.
with the hair.
Did you not cry over that?
No.
Oh,
You
I-
are
oh,
heartless. You
I
have
know.
no soul.
I was
okay.
feeling it.
He
I
shaves his head,
started-
the one where
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and then,
started-
like
I didn't
3
finish
other
it.
of
Yeah.
them.
I've seen lots of people.
It was
post
one of
lately.
those where like I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I could.
Yeah.
My heart could handle
I
this
Yeah.
right
skipped
now.
it.
Do you know
I
what I
skipped it
mean?
multiple times until you posted. I was like, okay, I'll finish it because I basically knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
But
Right.
I skip a lot of stuff like that because I don't want.
Yes.
I don't want those kind of feels.
Yes. Like
Too
sometimes
much.
I'm like, I can't handle it
Yeah.
today.
Yeah. Yep.
But I could kind of see where. Yeah.
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 Okay.
Well, everyone, thanks for sticking around with us,
Yes.
talking about all our emotions.
Like I said, women are legit.
It's true.
bad A's.
Seriously.
Superheroes.
How do we
Who run the
honestly.
world? Girls. Who run the world? Girls. Yeah.
We are.
Maybe that could be our video.
Yeah.
There we go.
So subscribe on YouTube when
Oh.
we hit
Yeah.
1,000
Well,
followers.
totally.
That's
It's like a
right.
complete remake of
Yeah.
Beyonce's. Absolutely.
Ooh.
Those dance
We
moves.
could go to the sand
Oh.
pit over there
Yes.
the sand pit. It's not
Oh,
there
you're gonna
anymore.
go in the sand
Yes,
pit?
Where?
for that video. I
by
would.
the playground.
That's
Yeah.
a big deal.
Are they in the sand pit in that video?
I feel like
She like
they're
kicks
in
up some
sand.
dust and she's like in
Oh.
a desert part of it and
We could
she's
find
riding a
dirt
big
too. I
tiger
guess.
thing, I think, with like crazy nails.
Huh?
It's
Yeah.
a good
Okay.
music video.
Well,
need to
there's
watch
an
it.
option for you guys
There
if
we
you want
go.
us to make.
Because I
that
feel like
video.
they'll get to vote.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, we should make a list
Wouldn't
of
that be
videos we
good?
think of, and then we'll let them vote.
Yes.
Could be
Well,
really
yeah,
fun.
subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. Suggestions. Oh, and TikTok. Let us know if you need anything with your mental health.
Yeah.
That's right. You take
So-
care of
Take care
yourself.
Take care of yourself.
You're allowed to do that.
Talk it out. Rock
Yep.
out to music.
Yep.
Sleep.
Have some sex.
Have some
Sex.
sex.
Sex and hugs.
Get
Yep.
some hugs.
Go on a walk.
All right, guys. Have a
Self-care.
good night.
Love you.
Peace.
Peace.